Texas Tech defeats Kansas State 8-5 in the first game of the Big 12 championships here in Oklahoma City. The Red Raiders 7 unanswered runs after falling behind 5-1. He's Mike Gustafson. I'm Robert Giovanetti. And Gus, any questions that fans had coming into this? Were the Red Raiders going to take it seriously? Were they going to just check in? Check into the ball game and then just check out after the game started? Kind of answered today.
Yeah, slow start. They get behind 5-1 after 4 innings, and then you get 5 innings of scoreless baseball, 17 hits in the ball game from the top 8 guys in the lineup. I'd say everybody had a role in this.
I think when I was thinking this, just watching it sitting from the stands, and I can't imagine what the Kansas State folks were thinking. When this lineup is going, it's pretty salty, tough to find an out in top to bottom.
Yeah, it's got a relentless quality to it, and that's without Hunter Hartgrove. That's without Tanner Gardner, our center fielder, who left after his first appearance. And so it had a relentless quality to it. Everyone but Orlando Garcia gets hits. Orlando was hitting in the 9-hole, and several of those guys with multiple hits, and it was just exactly what you're saying. Whether it was a blooper or a rocket into the gap, it was a relentless offense.
You got to tip your hat, too. After Dameron struggled a little bit in the first, you had a pretty good pitching performance from him, but then Duggar does very well, and then Hayden Howard comes in and shuts this thing down.
Yeah, and the beauty of that is none of those guys pitched more than 6 outs, and you had 30 pitches at the most by those guys, and so it should be a relatively fresh group going forward this weekend.
So now you play West Virginia tomorrow or on Thursday afternoon. You're going to get Donato. It's going to be Davis Martin and Donato. You kind of feel like this team's playing on house money now. I think maybe you get that monkey off your back. I hadn't won here in the first round since 2005, or the first game since 2005. You feel like the regional and the super regional are probably locked up now with today's win.
Yeah, and this is exactly where these guys wanted to be. Coach Tadlock talked about getting a bunch of games in while they're up here, whatever that means. Winning this first game guarantees you a minimum of 3. Going to be a fun pitching matchup tomorrow. Martin versus Donato, 2 guys that we saw pitch very well in Lubbock, and it should be fun.
You know, when you look at that, and then the Friday matchup, obviously you'll probably get Gingrey on Friday. You look at it also with, hey, we don't want to use these guys for too many innings.
Yeah, and I think that's probably right. And the beauty of this workload, as I said earlier, with these guys only going 30 pitches, 4 guys working out of the pen today, I think it's a fresh group. You don't really have to stress anyone. Maybe there can be a little stress applied at the end if you're going for that trophy, but it should be a team. It feels like a good start to what sets up to a nice tournament prepping for next weekend in Lubbock.
Meanwhile, I feel like if there is a team that has something to prove tomorrow, it will be West Virginia.
Oh, yeah, and we talked about this going into last weekend. That's a group that knows they needed to win more in Lubbock, and they didn't get it, and so they know they come in here needing to win. Really good performance from them today. They look very good, and so I think tomorrow's matchup will be really a premium matchup on the day.
Tech wins Game 1, 8-5 over Kansas State. Game 2 on Thursday at 4 o'clock against West Virginia. He's Mike Gustafson. I'm Robert Giovanetti. We're out of here from Bricktown.